Hey there, I'm Jamie Smith, CF Pro Tools, and I wanted to share with you a quick demonstration of a new add-on I created called CF State Province Selector. And the difference with this one and the previous CF State Selector is that this works with both United States and Canadian provinces. And then for any other country that you're collecting shipping address, billing address for any other countries, it's just going to return the state field or the state/province field. It's going to return that just to a text input so somebody can type in their value, since it's very difficult to manage worldwide states and provinces because we have so many countries and they're constantly changing states and provinces and names. Very difficult, but the United States and Canada, it's fairly easy to keep those organized. And so I wanted to add in, I've had a lot of people ask, hey, you have state selector, but I also want to be able to ship to Canada, or I want to be able to ship to other countries around the world, but I still want people that are in the United States to be able to use the state selector dropdown. Is there any way to make it work that way? And so that's what I've done. So it's kind of an upgrade. A lot more logic in it, but it's still very, very easy to set up. No configuration or anything like that for you. You just need to make sure that your fields are set up the proper way. So there's basically 3 ways that you can collect an address, a shipping address or billing address, with a country inside of ClickFunnels. So I'm going to run through the 3 kind of ways that's normal to see those. One is with the 2-step order form element, and I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration of what that looks like here. So if we pull this form up, this has got a 2-step order form element on it, and you'll notice it's got the shipping address built into the first step. The other way is you have a form like this, actually let me close that out and open this a different way. We'll just do a preview of that. And so if we open this up, then we can see that we've got the billing address and also a shipping address set up here. And there are a couple different ways that this is set up here. So we can see the billing address and the shipping address look slightly different. So this billing address, and you can use your shipping address the same way. This is all one element inside of ClickFunnels, and I'll show you this here in a moment inside the editor. And it's called the billing address or the shipping address element. So it collects the street address, city, state, zip code, and country all in one element. And then the other way is you can set up individual fields like this. This is the country field, and then this is the address field. This is a city field. This is a state field, and this is a zip field. And so that is the other way you can put individual fields on the page to collect these. And so we've got those examples here. And this add-on works for all 3 of those types of scenarios. There's just a few caveats that we have to be aware of. So let's go ahead and open this one up. The 2-step order form, super simple. You don't need to do anything. It comes pre-built. The code knows how to handle that and how to move the country field so that it's first. Because what you want to have happen in this scenario is we want the customer to select their country before they fill in the rest of the address. Because in order to be able to use the selector for state, we need to know they're in the United States. So we need them to select a country first. So the add-on automatically knows for a 2-step order form, it knows to move the country field to the first field they select, and then they'll fill in from there. Once they select country, they'll fill in their street, city, state. They'll be able to select from a drop-down their zip code. If they click Canada, they'll be able to do the same thing, street, city, province, and then their postal code. And then any other country in the world, they'll be able to fill in their street address, their city, their state/province will be a text input. They can type in whatever they want, and then their postal code. But for the ones where you're actually using individual pages or individual elements, they work a little bit differently. So let's go ahead and jump into the editor and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and click Edit Page. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cold. You might tell I'm a little bit raspy, so apologize for the coughing. Trying to keep my voice under control here. So we're going to go into the editor for this page. And this one is a single element. You'll notice that it's got everything, all these fields are surrounded by one orange bounding box. That is a single element that is called, in this case, it's a billing address element. So if I were to click the Add New Element here, it's going to pop up my little sidebar. And if I scroll down to my form fields, then actually it's on my advanced form fields, you'll notice I have a billing add and a shipping add. These are my billing address and shipping address. So if I were to put another billing address field here, you'll notice when it inserts that, I get full address, city name, state, province, zip, and country. So that's what that field looks like. So you can use that for billing address or shipping address. The add-on knows how to find those types of elements on the page and will automatically move the country to the top of this, move down everything else, and I will automatically adjust the margins and make everything look pretty like it's supposed to, just like this. So no need to worry about that one. The add-on will take care of it for you. The ones we do need to worry about are where we put individual fields in. So this is a shipping address field. This is a shipping city field. This is a shipping state field. And this is a shipping zip field. This here is a country selector. So this is a little bit weird. The way that if you wanted to do this, honestly, I don't recommend this, but you'll see a lot of templates that already have it done this way. And you could do it this way. So I'm going to explain to you how to add these fields, and so that you know that country needs to go at the top. Because normally what you see is country be down below these, and you would have country at the bottom. But in this scenario, we want the country to be at the top. So we're going to move it up, and then you can adjust all your margins and everything else by yourself. The way that you would add a country field like this was just a country selector, is you would go ahead and click on the add new element. And then we're going to actually have to add in, depending on whether you want the shipping address or the billing address, you're going to add one of the two advanced elements I just told you about. So in this case, it's a shipping address. So we want it to be shipping country. So I need to add the shipping address element. And I'm going to add that, and I'm going to go and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to get the settings. And on this one, I'm going to go to the advanced tab. And if you're requiring the shipping address, then you want to go ahead and mark it as required, which normally you would want to do. And then where it says toggle extra info, instead of saying show full address, you want it to be only country. And then you'll see that it changes to just a country selector. And then you can adjust your other settings from there if you want it to be, square edges and stuff like that. You can adjust all those things from there. So that's how you add just a country selector for shipping. Billing address, if you were collecting and you wanted to collect the billing country, you would just add a billing address field and do the same thing. Set the toggle extra info to only country. And that's how you add a country field to your forms. So, but the big key here, I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. The big key is that when you see a template, or if you're using a template that has individual fields for address, city, state, zip, country, make sure you put country at the top. You'll have to manually move country to the top to where above your other address fields. For the elements where it's a single element, the add-on will automatically move it for you. If you're using a two-step order form, the add-on will automatically move for you as well. And so if we take a look at this preview of this page right now, we'll see that we get, just the usual. We get the street address, city, state, zip code, and country down here. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy all of my code. And the code for you will probably be down below this video, but I've got my code open in here in another window. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of that code. There's nothing you need to configure, so code doesn't matter. Just copy all of it, and then go in your editor, go to Settings, and Tracking Code, and then Footer Codes. And then inside the footer code, just paste all of the code for the CF State Province Selector add-on. And then go ahead and click Save. And then now let's preview this again. And now when we load this page, we'll notice that our country is now listed at the top. And then also our country was manually on the top here because again, these are individual fields, so we put country at the top here. And then this is a billing address. This is a shipping address. And so what we'll notice is that because Canada is selected as the country here, we get a province select box. If I were to change this billing address country to United States, then I get a select state drop-down box. And if I were to change this to, say, United Kingdom, then we would get just a type in the normal ClickFunnels type in state province box. So that's how that works. But you'll notice that this one did not change. We've got normal state province here because we have United Kingdom selected. And so we'll keep, so let's make this one Canada. And now we get select province, so we'll leave British Columbia there. And then let's go ahead and select United States for the shipping here. We'll select United States. And then for this, we can select Alabama. So you notice these are independent of each other. So billing addresses and shipping addresses are independent of each other. So they're going to work independently. So they're going to be based on the country of the one that is selected that's related to that. So shipping address, it's going to look for a shipping state field and change that. So when you change a shipping country, it's going to look for shipping state fields. When you change a billing country, it's going to look for billing state fields and change from there. So that is how that works. Let's go ahead and just show you what this looks like inside of a two-step order form element. Again, that there's not really anything special to do here. So we're inside the editor here. All right, we've got a two-step order form on the page. You'll notice it has the country built in and it's below at the bottom. Again, we're just gonna grab all the code. Again, it's probably just down below this video. Grab all the code for the CF state, the state province selector add-on. We're gonna copy all that code. I'm gonna go to settings and tracking code and footer code, and then I'm gonna paste all of that code in there. And I'm gonna close out of that and click save. And then let's just do a quick preview of this page. And we'll see what we get now. Now you'll notice that the country field gets moved to the top. And if we were to set this to United States, then we would get a state selector drop down. If we change this to Canada, we get a province selector drop down. And if we were to change that to United Kingdom, we just get a type in field where we can type in anything that we want. So that is how the CF state province selector add-on works. I hope this works well for you, and I hope to see you put it to good use.